with a speech entitled Becoming a Competent Leader. Ken will be presenting project number 3, the persuasive approach from the Public Relations Manual. Ken will attempt to appeal to both our reason and our emotions as to why you should be working the other half of the Toastmaster program. Leadership. Step 1 of the leadership track is completing the Competent Leadership Manual. Most of the projects in it may be completed simply by having the roles you are already doing evaluated based on the project criteria. Here to present Becoming a Competent Leader, please help me welcome Ken Smith.
All right, Ken.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. Did you all bring your Competent Leadership Manual with you today?
Yes.
Okay, those who did not, please start doing so. If you can't find yours, the club bought extra ones. Go buy one, $8.75, includes tax and shipping. I've given you copies of a sheet, and I'll explain the importance of those pretty soon. But first, let's just talk about leadership, or talk about Toastmasters. Toastmasters, as Arlinda said, is a communication and leadership program. You're paying $144 a year to be in this club. You're losing half of that money if you're not working the leadership side, because it's part of the package. So think about it. What is the point in communicating if it's not to lead somebody somewhere? You want to lead them to agree with you, to be inspired, to be persuaded, to laugh, to enjoy a story you tell, whatever it is. You have a purpose, and that purpose is part of leadership. So I encourage you to work it. Arlinda and I have never stopped working the Competent Leadership Manual because we participate in roles in this club every week. And we want to do a better job every time. You know, Olympians get there not by competing with other people, but by competing with themselves. Every time they put out an effort, they want to beat their last best effort. And I'm sure John does the same thing when he's doing a play. He wants to do better than he did before. If we are not constantly improving, then we are settling for mediocrity. Debbie Fields, founder of Mrs. Fields Cookies, used to say, good enough never is. Think about that. If you're just doing what you think is good enough, then you are settling for your skills at the current level. If you want to improve them, you have to work on them. So we not only are working the communication manual, but I evaluated Arlinda's job as a speaker in the Competent Leadership Manual. Am I inspiring this? And hers was timekeeping, and even though we had a rough start, she stayed within her time. So she has focused on that aspect of her speech, not just giving the speech, but working the leadership side too, staying within time. I'm working on planning and implementation, so she is evaluating me in my 24th Competent Communication Manual. Because we're here every week, we're doing a job every week. Read what you're supposed to accomplish in building your skill. Don't just pass the CL manual to the person next to you. Look it over first. What are you supposed to accomplish with your job? And then they're going to evaluate that based on that criteria, so they should be looking that over too. What are you supposed to be accomplishing? I'd like to inspire you, as many as possible, to really participate in this, because the goal here is 100% compliance. Every week, you come in, you look at what your role is, and I'll show you how to find which role to look up, because that's where many people trip up. And then you pass it to the person next to you, and you receive the one from the person to your right, and you look it over what they're supposed to accomplish, and we try to give each other feedback to improve on what we were doing. Okay, one of the things I had to do to help you and help us find the fastest way through completion of these projects was to figure out which ones to do and which ones not to do. If you look at your sheet, you'll find that there's a number in the third column, it's roles required. You notice on that first one, listening and leadership, there are actually 4 roles listed, but roles required are only 3. Which 3 should you do? First 3 that you do? I'm going to show you why that has tripped a lot of people up. General evaluator comes up 6 times in this manual. But think about it. You only rotate into the general evaluator role once every 12 to 15 weeks.
Right.
So do you really want to do all 6? That'll take 90 months to complete. You know, it's a little ridiculous. Toastmaster comes in 5 times. We don't want to do all 5 of those. Speech evaluator 4, we do want to do all of those. And I'll show you why on that in a moment. General manager, grammarian, we do. There are 4 times that it comes up. Topic master 3, speaker twice. We have 2 to 3 speeches though per meeting, don't we? So they're going to come up 2 or 3 times faster than Toastmaster, topic master, general evaluator, etc. So we want to do all aspects of speaker and speech evaluators because they rotate in very frequently because we do more of them than any others. All counter timekeeper, topic speaker, and befriend a guest all come in once. Befriend a guest is one that might take us a long time with the number of guests we have. So that one can be, you can substitute that one. We'll get into that in a minute. It's project number 7. But other options that are crossed out on your sheet for project number 7 are Toastmaster, table topics master, etc. And you can substitute one of those later if you haven't had a guest that you could befriend. Next, number of roles per meeting. General evaluator, as I said, only comes up once per meeting, but there are 6 opportunities. Which one do you do? Toastmaster 5, comes up 5 opportunities, but there's only 1 per meeting. Speech evaluator, 2 to 3 per meeting, and there are 4 of them. So our sheet shows that we will do all 4 of those. Topic master comes up once, and there are 3 opportunities. Speaker twice, comes up 2 to 3 times, and there are only 2 of them. So that's why in our speeches we're out in CL Manual 24. But that's still, I see yawns. Am I missing something? All right, let's get past this one. Let's get into the meat. Your sheet there, listening and leadership. 3 opportunities. For the reasons I just explained, I crossed off, well, on this one I crossed off grammarian, because topic speaker comes up very frequently. Most of us will have opportunities at least once every 2 weeks to be a topic speaker. Speech evaluator, as I said, will keep. Awe counter is going to rotate in once, and it only appears once on the sheet, so let's get it out of the way. So you can accomplish project number 1 by doing speech evaluator, table topic speaker, and awe counter most quickly. Critical thinking, speech evaluator, grammarian, and only 2 are required, so those are the ones I have. Scratched off general evaluator. Third one though, speech evaluator, grammarian, and general evaluator, 3 are required, and there are only 3, so you have to do your general evaluator there, etc. Number 6, I'm just skipping down here quickly, organize and delegate. This is based on helping somebody with their club project, an event of some sort, which can be a speech contest, some kind of special event. membership or public relations campaign, something like that. Now, those of you who have participated in the public relations campaign that Arlinda and I set up for the last 3 months can have number 6 written on, signed off. Carol Sue has done that, I believe Gary has. The rest of you, let's get involved in something here quickly. Motivating people. You have to either chair a membership campaign or a PR campaign. And then you also must do one of the others. This is where I put in befriend a guest, but you can be a Toastmaster or a speech about the evaluator or a general evaluator. I'm sorry, you must do 3 of those. One is the campaign or PR membership campaign, and the other 2 can be one of the other 2. So I put down evaluator and general evaluator, but a Toastmaster rotates in faster, then do that one. Mentor a new member, an experienced member, or be a high-performance leadership guide is number 9. Number 10, I crossed off being a chair of a membership campaign or PR campaign because you're already going to do that. So let's get involved. You may stop the clock, I'm through with the speech, but don't stop recording because we're going to have a little fun here. What I really wanted to do for this speech was I worked up a speech on Christmas songs because of the theme, Christmas carols. So what I'm going to do is transition into a Christmas song about the Competent Leadership Manual.
Yeah.
Now this is the 10 skills of leadership sung to the tune of the 12 days of Christmas.
Okay.
So let's all sing this.
Oh, all right, how fun.
The
First skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was to listen to the speakers carefully. The second skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was thinking critically and to listen to the speakers carefully. The third skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully. The fourth skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully. The fifth skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was planning and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully. The sixth skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was organization development, planning and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully.
Yeah.
The seventh skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was facilitation, organization, delegation, planning and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully. The eighth skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was motivation, facilitation, organization, delegation, planning and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully. The ninth skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was mentoring, motivation, facilitation, organization, delegation, planning and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, speakers carefully. The chance skill of leadership Toastmasters taught to me was team building, mentoring, motivation, facilitation, organization, delegation, planning, and implementation, time management, giving feedback, thinking critically, and to listen to the speakers carefully.